classic Danger Mouse, okay, from the 1980s. And can you believe it? But they're actually redoing it. This is the new creepy one. Oh my God, don't ever. We cannot allow this to happen. Just get them to replay the old Danger Mouse and old everything. Do not allow them to redo things, because this is where they hide their poison, their new poison in everything new. Everybody who's graduating from or in these new bought things are to undermine you and to poison you, because they want to poison you, because this is called a worldwide takeover. I remember I had a friend who needed to borrow a jacket because it was getting cold and they had a long way to go on a motorcycle. So I put on so I had this old captain's jacket from another friend who had this really nice tailored captain's jacket, and he put it on and it looked really good. And then I was giggling because I was just imagining what the people in the on the highway would think that he looked like, because he had about 45 minutes on the highway, and he would have looked like George Michael, because it was a really he had this new hair, blonde, dyed, and then this captain's jacket, like an outfit like Michael Jackson. So I was giggling just imagining what people thought. And then as I started to giggle, he's like, well, maybe I won't. And I was like, no, it's perfect. It's perfect. It'll keep you warm. And then I started laughing because the way he looked at me sideways. And then he's like, I don't think so. And I said, no, please. I'll give you $20. Just wear it. You must wear it. And the more I demanded, and the more I laughed, I was starting to laugh my head off by this point, begging. And I was begging, please do it. Then he really didn't want to do it. Now, you see, that's kind of a natural reaction. I mean, I wish he did do it, but I can understand his reaction, that the more I begged, the more he got suspicious, that maybe he'd look funny or something. And he didn't want to look funny. Didn't want to get laughed at. So anyways, this kind of creepy peer pressure, the problem is they think that we're so dissolved and mushy as a mass that you poke us and it's just going to sink right in, and no one's gonna bounce back with any kind of awareness. And yeah, that might be true and to some degree. But yeah, this is a mass of stupidity and peer pressure. The stupidity is obvious because they have been redoing things like The Grinch, or taking a good book like A Wrinkle in Time and then making a movie out of it and absolutely destroying it. The old shows before 1990, in the 1990s there was a fantastic cartoons out of Canada called Tintin. That was about the last, pretty good thing, because once you start getting this animation in that's too fast for the eyes, it starts to dissolve the brain. So it kind of counter affects any logic or reasoning ability or patience or attention span that children are supposed to be developing. And they're supposed to be wanting to be mature. They're supposed to dress like adults. There shouldn't be such a big dichotomy between children and grown-ups. And that's what I noticed when I was growing up in the 70s, that with all my friends were the toys. They had so many toys, and I didn't. I would rather, I wanted a go-kart really bad. That's all I wanted as a little girl. And I had the best bike, and I wanted fresh air and nature and playing and stuff, and toys to a minimum. But I could tell that most of my peers were becoming, look at that heart. Ew, they had that same weird heart back then even. So I noticed that they wanted to make kids so incredibly separate from the adults, whereas in mature countries, or where they really excel, the children are not encouraged to stay, like the colors are not completely a dichotomy from any other thing. The clothes are similar to what a 18-year-olds, but you can see here where it's getting creepy. And I don't know if this is like you got to look up this thing called the Wolf Lodge from a guy who has Revelations of Jesus Christ, all about the Freemasonic influence into children's commercials. And I don't like the commercials are doing the Pokemon thing where you're gonna get seizures. But I love Danger Mouse anyway, and Penfold.